Could the secret to a happy marriage be living apart? Gwyneth Paltrow said she and her husband, producer Brad Falchuk, lived in separate homes for the first year of marriage, and it helped preserve mystery. So does absence really make the heart grow fonder? Let's dig into this. Living apart. Would you ever want to live apart? Is this something that you think is healthy?
Well, I spend quite a bit of time away from my wife because I go to the desert where I work half the time, have a house there, so we're living apart then. I've been going to Dubai as well to work. I'm all over the place. So during those times, we're living apart. I think for both of us, very independent, that we like that time separate to sort of do our thing. But it does recharge you. I think it adds a little spark back to the relationship. It makes it special. But in this case with Gwyneth, they each have their own separate houses and they both live in LA. That's a little...
One of the great things about being married is you come home from work and it's, hey, honey, what are we gonna make for dinner together?
Yeah.
And I would hate coming home from work and then having to hop in the car to drive over to my spouse's house.
Right.
Hey, honey, I'll be over in 30 minutes. You crack open some wine, you're enjoying dinner together, and like, okay, honey, I'm gonna call a cab home because I had a couple glasses of wine. Peace.
Right.
I love being able to... like a date. Like before you're married, but doing it while you're married.
It's a little odd, and we're not talking, of course, about... We're talking about people maintaining separate residences. You know, you travel for work, and then you're going to be apart sometimes.
Living apart, being together,
right.
It's all, in today's world, a lot of people are gone for extended periods. But to have, let's just use the example of, to have two separate houses in the same neighborhood.
Right.
Which I think some people have started to do. I respect it, but I wouldn't want to do it.
Yes.
In the study, they found that the majority of people that are engaging in this, that are living like this, are over 50. So that means they've had previous relationships, maybe they're widows, widowers, have their own home, have their own stuff in their home, but yet they're together, but prefer to keep individual houses.
Ask a question for you. Do you have a place where you can go that's separate, that's yours?
Yes.
Because we're moving, and
you need your man cave.
I'm going to have a man cave.
100%.
And she needs
so good.
I am 100%.
She shed.
Yeah. She shed. She shed. I like that.
And
Man
you know,
cave
my wife
and
is
she shed.
renovating this house. I call it her she shed. I mean,
I do have a she shed. Yeah, my she shed is smaller than my husband's man cave, but I find independence and having your identity to be very important in a healthy relationship. But I think this is too extreme. When people actually have two separate residences, you're missing out on the actual intimacy, the feeling of being a family.
You do miss out on those little day-to-day things.
Yeah, which is important. And I think
getting up together and having bedhead and look at each other and going, have you looked at your head
well,
lately?
I hope you figured that out before you married them.
That morning cup of coffee, all those little things.
It changes the entire concept of what is marriage. And I think the great thing about marriage is, much like individuals, they can be unique. And two people, for them, marriage may be living in separate homes. But of course, there is always that question. And I'm only asking this because this is the topic at hand, which is, if you're going to live in separate homes 3 blocks or 4 blocks, why even be married? And I'm not saying it's the wrong thing to do, but it seems as though maybe there's is there a financial reason? Is there if there's a secondary gain? I get it, but otherwise it's okay.
This is where I think people need to be honest with themselves. Are they doing this separate living arrangement thing because they're running away from true intimacy?
Because they don't like each other that much.
Right, they don't really.
I mean, if you really like your spouse, you don't want to roll over to your own home every night.
Yeah, but I think it's great to have, again, your separate friends, your separate hobbies, because it really does recharge the relationship. Then you come back together. I mean, Dr. O, you come back, you talk to your wife. There's things to talk about. There's new things to bring to the table.
But I can see that for some people, maybe it's difficult, that they want their environment so controlled. They don't want anything out of place. Living with somebody, that's hard.
Yeah, but then is that really a partnership then? Is that really the kind of relationship partnership you're signing up for when we talk about a marriage?
Well, no, and I mean,
I
think if that's the case, they need to come see you and spend some time on the couch.